Hey fellow Kotanas, and welcome back to my channel. I am Cropivian, and today is the long promised video that I was going to do to finish off the Alien Anthology React and Review set of my React and Review series. So here we are today, finally doing it, and I just wanted to get this video done because this series for these 6 films was really fun to do, and it was really exciting to get to view these for the first time ever on the channel and get to both react and review them. And they were all done very well, first and foremost. Unfortunately, there were some that I liked more than the others. Not that they weren't all well done, as I just said they were. It's just sometimes there's some that you have to put on a pedestal a little bit, and that's what this video is about. They just had differences in them that made them more exciting to watch or more memorable. That's pretty much what this video is based on, is how memorable they were, the story that they told within the time they were given, because remember, these were short films done back in 2019. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Number 6 is Alien Night Shift, written and directed by Aidan Brezonik. This one was interesting just because it didn't really set its story up really well, but the actors did a really good job with the material they had, and as well as some of the audio design was very well done too. But at the same time, in all of that, it missed on a lot of the key points that could really honor the Alien franchise. Not that it didn't, but again, what it didn't do was really set its atmosphere up. What it did was set up the eventual chestburster, and it didn't really hit on those fine points that you would hope for a short film honoring one of the best horror films, let alone sci-fi films, of all time. And so it just left me kind of wanting a little bit more from it, in terms of what I felt the film could do and what it could accomplish. But all in all, it was still a very good effort by everyone involved, and nobody should walk away feeling like their work is unappreciated, because they did at least honor one of the best scenes of all time in the very first Alien. Number 5 is Alien Containment. The first one that I did a react and review to on this Alien Anthology, and it's written and directed by Chris Redding. Now, this one was interesting in that it set itself up as kind of just survivors on a boat headed out into space, and you didn't really kind of get a good feeling for who was going to be the victim, more or less, and that was really well done. I have to admit, it used its misdirection nicely, and that is one of the key pieces to the Alien films, is how well they use their misdirection and take you one way and then go a complete other way. This one did that really well, in the fact that you kind of suspected who it was going to be, but at the same time it took you in a different direction with the characters as to who was going to be having the chestburster come out. And that was what stuck with me the most, is how it utilized that tool and really brought it to the surface of, we're going to play this cat and mouse game with you. Can you decipher which one it's going to be? Are you going to be the winner in this little game of ours? And it I'll admit it kind of caught me off guard because I thought it was going the other way, and I should know better by now within these types of films and short films that it's always going to be the one that's creating the most ridiculous havoc amongst the group that gets it the most, or that is the one that gets it the worst, I should say. Number 4 is Alien Specimen, written and directed by Kelsey. You want to talk about a film building up the intensity and the just going through the paces of what makes an alien film so fun to watch. The tension builder. This had that. And you didn't really know what the characters were doing, and this is where the writing comes in really well, is it misdirects you into thinking that it's just a dog, a girl, and then a voice over the intercom. Sure enough, it turns out, wait a minute, I'm not going to do any spoilers here. I will put the playlist to Alien Anthology down below. And of course, if you want to go over and watch my reaction reviews, I will put those down below as well. Alien Specimen was well done in its tension, and that's where I have to give it its merit and its kudos, is the tension. It was the first film I think that I did the reaction review to within this series where it really felt like the tension was building and you didn't know what was going to happen. And the fact that the face hugger is the main threat in that short film, the face huggers are really good tension builders because they're small, they're spider-like, they can go anywhere, be anywhere, you never know when they're going to hit you, and that's what makes it so awesome and so brilliant in their usage of the alien characters. So, Alien Specimen did a very good job in that, and then when that twist comes out, it makes it all over the top worth it. It's like, oh, wow, really? That's okay. That's kind of what they were doing here, where they were testing that? Okay, I get it now. Cool. So, yeah, Alien Specimen, number 4 on this list. Really well done. Great tension builder. Vintage tension builder, mind you. Number 3, Alien Alone, written and directed by Noah Miller. This was, I believe, second to last in my react and review of these short films, and it did its job, and then some. It sets you up isolated on a ship with the main character, and you don't know really why or what's going on or anything like that, why the rest of the crew is gone. There's no exposition on that, and that's always a very, very brilliant usage in a short film, is just setting you in the setting and having you go with it. Things kind of just are buddy there for a little bit, and that was a very interesting thing to explore. Was an android with a face hugger. Spoiler alert, by the way. And then how it all ends, where you don't know whether or not she's going to end up living or if she's going to end up dying at the end. Very well done. Amazing. Not a lot of tension with this one. Not too much tension, but you do have some quality stuff with the main character and the face hugger, and it's actually really kind of cool to see, because it's something that within the Alien franchise we're not really going to see. We're just not. We might see a little glimpse into something like that, but it ain't going to be an entire movie. It'd be actually interesting to see, though. Number 2, Alien Or. Written and directed by the Spear Sisters. Again, not those ones, I don't think. So, Alien Or, this one came very close to being my favorite just because of how it utilizes the eggs and utilizes the Xeno and utilizes the camera and the photography and the lighting and the sound design, and just everything is so well done in Alien Or, and the tension, and I mean, just the only thing that I can say that I didn't like about it is it wasn't an over an hour long movie or 2 hour long movie. That would have been some really awesome stuff, and at the end of it, when they all gain up to go against the Xeno, really, really well done, really, really awesome. By the way, spoiler alert. And yeah, I mean, you almost can't get any better than that. But our number 1 actually tops it barely. Only for the reason of what it does within its time allotted and what it also does throughout the story. Number 1 is Alien Harvest, written and directed by Benjamin Hadashel. So this one was, if I'm not mistaken, this one was the final one in the reactor review of the Alien Anthology. And it was also the one that took me on the best ride through the film, and through its story, and through its lighting, and through its sound design. And the actors did a phenomenal job with what they had and the tools they were given. And man, like, you want to talk about, short films inspiring feature films, this one could and probably should, as well as like with Alien Or, this one was really, really well made and just very, very like, why couldn't they make that into a feature length? Well, maybe one day we'll get it, maybe one day we won't. But even if we didn't, we still got Alien Harvest through the Alien Anthology up on YouTube. So, yeah, again, like, just the fact that you get to see a little bit more of the Xeno do its thing, and then you got the facehugger in there. The only thing missing from this one is, of course, the chest burster, but that's fine. It doesn't need to be here, because just the fact that you got pretty much the entirety of the Xenomorph life cycle there, and whereas most of the other films only utilized at least one of the characters, except for Alien Alone. Alien Alone was the only other one to utilize a facehugger and a full-grown Xeno. Well, not full-grown Xeno, but close to full-grown. And you hear the sound of the chest burster as well. So technically that one utilizes all three, and that's the only one that does so throughout the Alien Anthology. But Alien Harvest gets my vote for the best one because of just how it utilizes its story, how it utilizes the Xeno, how it utilizes the ending. It all keeps you on the edge of your seat, and it's got its tension. And it's like, at some point you're like, what the fuck are you gonna do now, guys? Where can you go now? You're completely blocked in. You're there. What are you gonna do? And it has some it has a great scene with a Xeno and an android who might or might not meet an unfortunate end at the hands of the Xeno or the tail. That is the list of the 6 Alien Anthology films, from going from 6 to 1, not from worst to best or best to worst or anything like that. Just my personal one that is my favorite, and that is kind of where this video stems from, more or less, as I said at the top. So, I'm going to end this video right here. I thank you all so much for watching. If you liked it, go ahead and leave a thumb on that like button. If you want to subscribe, it'd be really cool of you. If you want to leave a comment down below saying your favorite short film out of the Alien Anthology, go ahead and leave it down below. And of course, if you got any other videos you may want to see me do a react and review to, go ahead and leave them down there as well in the comment section. Also, if there's a game you may want to see me play on this channel, go ahead and leave it down in the comments down below. Aside from that, always remember to imagine your dream, create your happiness, and live your life on the edge. And I will see you in that next episode. See ya.